Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I just uploaded a video. Should probably be uploading. It's in the process of being uploaded, but by the time I'm done, it should probably be fully uploaded. So, two things. I know I haven't really been posting too much on here. I've been going through some stuff. Don't really want to talk about it. Just been depressed and stressed and everything in between. But so I was just watching Comic Book Cast, and I saw on my thing as I was finishing up with Seventh Heaven Season 5 that Daphne Keene will probably be in Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness, which, hey, I'm all for it. I think that would be much more reasonable than just having that's reasonable. That's fair. That's playing it safe, but not too safe, because you don't have to, if you cast Daphne Keene as X-23 and the new, aka the new Wolverine, that's perfect. That's honestly good, because we have seen that version of X-23 and that version of Wolverine, because Logan was a passing of the torch to Daphne Keene's character in that movie, which was X-23, and you don't have to worry about tons of backlash. I mean, you will probably have backlash, but you don't have to recast. All you have to do is just say, hey, Logan is canon. The entire X-Men franchise is canon now, so technically you don't have to worry about the whole ring the moral or whatever. I don't know. The whole fans getting angry for you recasting Wolverine, and the new Wolverine, the MCU version of Wolverine, doesn't have to be like, oh, this is what, you don't have to worry about that, I mean, you still kind of do have to worry about that, but not too much, Also, you could give us a version of a Wolverine versus Hawk storyline, or maybe a She-Hulk versus Wolverine thing. That could work. Because technically you are giving the fans a Hulk versus Wolverine story in live action, and whether it's if it's dude on dude Hulk versus Wolverine, or a female Hulk versus Wolverine thing going on, it still works. You can still make it work. You can Or heck, you can do both. You can have Hulk versus Wolverine, and you can have She-Hulk versus Wolverine, which would be X-23, aka X-23 Wolverine, at the same time. It still works. And if Hugh Jackman does decide to come back, you can literally say, you know what, his Wolverine did die, but his version, his variant self died much earlier than what we saw in X-Men. That could work. It still could work. Whatever Kevin Feige and Disney, aka Marvel, decide to do on Wolverine as a character in the MCU could work any way they decide. And honestly, I'm a huge Wolverine fan. I will watch Daphne Keane kill it in frickin' Doctor Strange 2 Into the Multiverse of Madness. Heck, I would even watch a Daphne Keane solo Wolverine movie. Because I freaking love Wolverine. Like, if you haven't seen any of my videos, you know that now that I am a huge Wolverine fan. I love Wolverine so much that I would watch anything that has to do with Wolverine. Whether it's the X-Men animated series, and any of the X-Men animated series, seeing Daphne Keane as X-23, aka Wolverine again, perfect, sign me up. If it's a Daphne Keane X-23 Wolverine versus movie with She-Hulk, sign me up. I just want, all I really want right now is to see that thing that all fans have been wanting for decades now, and that is a Wolverine versus Hulk movie, and to see that classic iconic Wolverine suit in live action. That's the only two things that we really care about now at this point. Like, there's really not much you can do with Wolverine. Like, yeah, there's stuff you can do with Wolverine, like team up movies, versus. You can do any versus movie with Wolverine. But the most iconic versus thing we really want to see is a Wolverine versus Hulk movie or show, because whatever works will work. You will make tons of money off of a Hulk versus Wolverine movie or a Wolverine versus Hulk movie. Because we know if you're a Hulk fan or a Wolverine fan like me, or like my friend who has this podcast, if you're a huge Wolverine or Hulk fan, you know that's an iconic storyline. And we both know that they've gone back and forth between feuds and battles. They have their on again, off again feuds. It's comics. What else are we gonna actually read or watch? But what I really want is a version of some kind of version of a Hulk versus Wolverine movie. It doesn't necessarily have to be Hugh Jackman versus Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. It doesn't necessarily have to be a Daphne Keane X-23 Wolverine versus She-Hulk. Heck, if you want to do both, you can do both. You can have a male Wolverine versus Hulk, regular OG Hulk solo versus movie, and you can have a female Wolverine versus She-Hulk or Hulk movie, just centered around both versions, or having both versions of Hulks versus Wolverines, because we do know that Wolverine's name, the name Wolverine, has been passed down. I believe Dakin has used the name Wolverine. X-23 is and has used the name Wolverine. I believe James Hudson has used the name Wolverine. And honestly, it works. It literally works. If you have one version or another version, or heck, both versions. Because those, I'm pretty sure, a Hulk versus Wolverine movie or a X-23 Wolverine versus She-Hulk movie will work and make tons of money in the box office or on streaming, whatever they decide to do, because fans are going to watch it regardless of which version is fighting a Hulk, because they're literally gonna be fighting the Hulk or a Hulk. So just give us that. Just give us that, and just let us Wolverine and Hulk fans duke it out to the finale, to the death. Let us have a nice, civil, friendly Wolverine versus Hulk rivalry, like they do in the comics, and so on and so forth. Because that's what I really want. Regardless. Wolverine is iconic with being in the X-Men, but he's also been a part of the new Fantastic Four. He's been a part of the Avengers. His X-Men storyline has been used before, so why not let us get a new version? Why can't we just see another team that Wolverine's been a part of, like the new Fantastic Four, or the Avengers? See what his Avengers lineup looks like, or his version of the new Fantastic Four, or something that we haven't seen before, you know? It all can work, you know? I mean, we are going deeper into the multiverse with films going forward, you know. Anything is possible. Never say never. Just saying. And how cool would that be to see a Wolverine versus Hawk movie? We can finally be like, yes, finally! We finally have a Wolverine versus Hawk movie, you know? That could work. We've seen all the things we've needed to see with Wolverine and the X-Men, right? From the Fox days, you know? Why not change it up a bit, you know? Just could work. Could honestly work. And plus, who doesn't want to see a Wolverine versus Hawk movie? Because that would be pretty dope. But if it's done with heart and with justice. But anyways, that's all I have for you guys so far. Please like, share, subscribe, and have a good day. Thanks. Bye.